Good afternoon, everybody. Important talk today. Monumentous Angus Reid polls coming in here just over the last 2 hours. Unbelievable. The time is prime right now. We're going to get into everything everybody needs to know about what's happening right now, right across Canada, where Canadians are. So everybody, it's unbelievable. I just put the data from Angus Reid himself right off his Twitter feed. I can't believe it. Just an unbelievable poll. He goes into colonialism. He did this poll. I got the personal email. I seem to have missed that over my birthday portion of time here. And I went back through that and I got this poll sent from Angus Reid. So I look at it. Oh boy, it's colonialism. My favorite subject, things that have to be done in Canada, where Canadians sit. And a whopping majority of Canadians want Governor General that role stricken. That would be absolutely lieutenant governors too. Privy Council, that's absolutely got to go. It's clearly seen that's what Canadians want when polled and surveyed by an alarming mass majority. I was told by CPC MPs, for those of you who follow me live, I know Twyla, you were there, you saw me live, they addressed me, wasn't important. CPC felt they didn't have time for that. It's a waste of energy, too divisive. Well, CPC is polling the worst in any modern history. There will be no election called unless Liberal and NDP jointly call it to absolutely take even more CPC seats, meaning more MPs gone from the Conservatives. Conservatives as official opposition got to hang tough now, hold what little they have left, because O'Toole's approval ratings are absolutely in the dumps. By a whopping majority, most Canadians do not like O'Toole, and we're talking strongly dislike O'Toole by a major bar. He's left with literally 24% support. Conservatives are divided on that man. That was the worst chosen leadership that they could have picked, was Aaron O'Toole. Very, very bad move. His recent moves across Canada have shown absolutely unfavorable ratings. He couldn't even win the seats that Andrew Scheer secured in the last election. Not going to happen. Where's the support going? NDP, Liberal, and actually Bloc. Bloc right now would actually defeat, just in Quebec and 2 other French provinces alone, would absolutely defeat Aaron O'Toole. That's pretty bad. Very bad, everybody. CPC would be smart to hold back any call for an election at this time. If NDP sees their support go up, gaining seats, they're going to support an election in the name of Justin Trudeau if they think they can secure the seats from the CPC. Scary times indeed. We could easily see a majority Liberal government. Now, Justin Trudeau's approval ratings are down somewhat. He's sitting at a 45%, where it's either strongly approve or moderately approve. There's big disapproval ratings too. 53% of Canadians want something absolutely new. Something on the menu that isn't on the menu currently. And I absolutely believe with Angus Reid's last 2 polls here that that's going to be the CPC. It's about getting strong candidates, building a strong party foundation, which is what I'm going to do. I'm very confident now that there will be no election call, that we're going to see a 2023 election. However, that all depends really on NDP at this point in time. I believe if Jagmeet Singh sees any kind of poll data showing NDP surging at any point past CPC or into CPC territory, they're absolutely going to band together with Liberals, call an election, even if that means a majority government for none other than Justin Trudeau, which is likely unless there isn't something on the menu for that 53% of disenfranchised Canadians. Clearly, whatever's out there right now does not address the issues of Canadians. 50% of Canadians want out of constitutional monarchy. 50%. That is the highest level of support for getting away from colonialism and the constitutional monarchy ever recorded in Canadian history today. That's an absolute fact. Things are changing. People are waking up. But at the same time, what's absolutely terrifying and something I really do know about, it's something I've worked so tremendously hard at when I went back to the drawing board, and that was the fact that right now, polled today, half of Canadians do truly believe the Queen of England is the head of state for Canada, which hasn't been true, not true at all, since 1952. And Canadians still, because of our political propaganda, orchestrated by the Liberals, Conservatives, NDP alike, not so much Bloc, Quebec actually leads in this poll survey on absolutely destroying the constitutional monarchy. When I get out to Ontario and Quebec, I'm likely to see a tremendous amount of support from Quebecois. That's why it's so important to have another website in absolute French. I'm likely to get a better turnout in Quebec than anywhere else, second being Alberta, of course. But can you imagine that? Canadians, Albertans, this is where Canadians want to go. They know that something's wrong. They just need somebody to roll out that and absolute real academics. Another surprising twist here on that 53% when we talk about the 50-50 of Canadians who want to get out of the constitutional monarchy. Massive, massive data from women. It absolutely supports this massive attraction of women to the Canadian Constitutionalists Party. Women are very tuned into the fact that Canada's broken. It's unprecedented in politics. I'm really, genuinely super excited, everybody. You should all be too. We can absolutely break the Laurentian machine just on this concept alone. It would require great candidates, a great leader coming forward at some time, and we're going to have that for 2023. I don't see Conservatives at this time calling for any election coming up here in 2021 or anytime soon. If Conservatives are smart and they absolutely watch the poll data, they know that they're an unprecedented low. The scary part, again, everybody, is how much gain has NDP saw in this polling data. I haven't seen that yet. I'll wait for Angus Reid. I'll update you. But if we see a strong NDP surge, get ready. There's going to be an election, but I hate to say it. Get ready to watch CPC devastated further out east. Maybe not so here in the west. Unless you see Maverick or some of these other Western narratives come forward strong at a point like that, you're not going to see anything change. PPC, will they see a surge? I don't know. We'll see. Got to see the data. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say. I think conservatism right now is really lost right across Canada. It's gone in a real dump, and people are seeing that. They want something new, something fresh. I urge parties to look at constitutional reform, constitutionalism, because I'm going to be rolling that out with so very many great Albertans and Canadians as I get across Canada. And let's just see what happens when we hit Ontario and Quebec. Oh, by the way, polled Ontario's number 4. So by myself going, and I know Saskatchewan's got a base there that wants to do this too. I've had a lot of Saskatchewanians reach out, and I can see making that stop in Saskatoon when I go, hopefully here in March, early March. I will plan that route out. But I can see tremendous support coming in Ontario and Quebec. That's how we win Canada. That's what people are craving. And just you all wait and see. Now, interesting enough, which I kind of suspected, there's a lot of support for the monarchy in the Atlantic provinces. Believe it or not, the French quarters of Nova Scotia, we get into Acadians and New Brunswick as well, we really see that this will go well there, but not in the rest. Even British Columbia, it's not looking good for constitutionalism. For whatever reason, those strong monarchy concepts, I guess British Columbia, it soaks up in the average Joe Jane there. But no, they don't really look at this in BC. They don't look at it in the Atlantic provinces in a large majority. They absolutely believe in the Queen and the concept. However, the big voting weight is Ontario and Quebec. Should a person get this narrative out there, get it strong and get it out to the people, I think it will surge. And it's all about winning that weight of seats and using that autocracy for the party. And that's what we're going to have to do, and that's what we're going to have to roll out here. But CPC was dead wrong to dismiss me so fast. And again, I prove, and the polls don't lie. And I'm on to something here with the constitutional amendments, redesign, and changes. And I believe absolutely once rolled out constitutional design for all the provinces on a federal narrative from a party, we're going to see a major gravitation. And those that may not want to go against the monarchy are absolutely going to want to see that design when rolled out properly, when explained by credible experts. That's what we're doing, everybody. Hang on to your seats. This is exciting. We're on to something here. It's what Canadians really, truly want, and they're moving at an incredible pace, unprecedented in Canadian history. Share, share, share. I can't make up the data. Angus Reid's out there for everybody. An absolute, verified, credible source of polling. This guy's top in Canada. Can't really be disputed. He keeps coming on. Always high credibility, high rate of success on his polling. Bye now. Enjoy the rest of your day. Exciting. Share it.